7 a.m. and I just woke up and I'm gonna check on the garden bed, see if the chicken wire worked. It looks like it worked. The cat didn't get in. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, let's look at the, okay, let's not touch it, okay?
What's that?
That's another okra bud. However, this one right here seems to have fallen off. What the heck? Okay, so that one fell off. Do the buds just fall off right away or what? Do they only last for like a day? I'm so confused. It only opened up for like a few hours. Is that what okra does? Is this okra? I have no idea. I'm happy to report that the chicken wire worked over here as well. Look at this. Whoa, okay. One cool thing I noticed is that my watermelon plant is still flowering, which gives me hope that it will continue to put off more watermelon. And then for this watermelon, the tendril continues to dry up, but still hasn't reached the point that we wanted to reach, but it looks really, really nice. There's a watermelon growing right there, so continue to grow, you can do it. I'm gonna cut this one off soon because it didn't make it and I don't want the plant to put any energy towards trying to grow it. But hopefully that one up there does take. I was so busy celebrating the success of the back beds that I didn't realize that the cats started digging here now. Thankfully, it's not a huge hole like the ones that it would make in the other beds. And thankfully, I have chicken wire. I had a brand new roll of chicken wire that I wasn't gonna open. I was gonna go return it to Lowe's. And now I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it and I'm probably gonna spend the rest of today covering the rest of the garden beds wherever anything hasn't sprouted, because it never touched this bed before and it's moving on to this one now, and I actually do have seedlings growing here. And now I've never grown sunflowers, so what I'm thinking as well is that I'm gonna try to add some support to some of these. These are some mammoth sunflowers, and some of them are starting to sort of flop over. I feel like they just double in size every like 2 days. They're so beautiful. And now one thing I noticed over here is, look at this watermelon. Oh, I really hope it takes. I really hope it does. This one would be a Charleston gray. And then let's see if there's any squash. Is there? Oh, you see that one right there? That squash or zucchini.
Yeah.
So, hold on, maybe. Aside from the chicken wire project, I really need to trellis these zucchini plants up. I mean, I have to. I need to cut back some of the foliage and then I need to trellis them up. Isn't nature amazing? What is it doing?
It's day honey.
These are the blauhide bean. They're a really pretty red bean. I never see that kind in stores, so I'm excited to try and grow them myself. I've been checking on the plant damage, so this is leaf miner damage. Am I right? Let me know, but that's what I'm pretty sure it means. Leaf miners were wreaking a little bit of havoc on these leaves, and it was actually a lot worse than this, and a lot of them were drying up and stuff. So I actually sprayed the garden down with neem oil about a week ago. These I don't think had anything back then. Oh yeah, see, it kind of stopped over here and it hasn't traveled up yet as far as, you know what, maybe just a little bit. It's actually looking pretty good because at one point, no, you know what, something is eating this plant. I might need to spray again soon, but so far I don't see any of the other plants affected by it. Oh, wait, hold up, what does this mean? I see a little bit of beginning right there. Okay, I'm gonna pause for right now. I'm gonna go inside, do what I gotta do, and then I'll come back out here later today and show you guys while I work on things. Is this leaf miner damage? Yes, right? It is right here. That's leaf miner damage. What? My poor plant. Hey, and then I see some over here as well. Okay. Yep, I'm definitely gonna need to spray these again. I mean, the plants themselves are doing pretty good, but I would like to protect them at all costs possible. We are back out here. I've gotten quite a bit done this morning. I'm still not 100% done because I have to do it in a few minute increments because, you know, mom life. But look at this garden bed right here. It's pretty much almost fully covered up except for that little section right there, which shouldn't take too long. This garden bed over here, I have a few bald areas, a few open areas. I'm just gonna call them bald areas. I have a few bald areas that I want to cover up as well. Sir, pick up my gloves, please. Actually, I also need to figure out a good organizing system for all of my gardening tools because my kids always grab them and then they leave them everywhere. So anyways, again, this is one of the beds that the cat has never gotten into, but because it got into that bed right there, I have a suspicion it's going to keep moving on until it finds a spot. So I want to make sure that it doesn't find a spot to destroy. It's a lot easier when there's no plants here, but because I already have things growing, I've pretty much been having to make puzzle pieces out of the chicken wire where I'll cover up the areas and sort of navigate around the plants to make sure that I don't mess anything up and that I don't hurt my little loves. But it's coming along pretty good. The only reason I'm pausing for right now, I mean, look at this. I'm pretty much done with it. The only reason I'm pausing is because I have a lot of other things to do. By the way, there's a lot of flies right there. What is that? With the squash, something that I worked on earlier and I didn't get to film it is I cut off a bunch of the lower leaves and then I started tying it up on these support bamboo poles. The reason I do that is to of course give it more airflow, but also the squash plants kind of create their own vine with like a thicker trunk, so this way you're kind of training them to go up like you would almost like a tree, and you just keep trimming away at the bottom and leave the foliage on top, and then this way it's also a lot easier for bees to find the flowers and pollinate it. Before, when I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't really see the bees around any of their flowers, and now you can see them pretty good. So I'm happy with that. I tried using twine to tie things up. I don't know if you can see there. I tried using twine because I read online that you can throw into your compost and stuff and you don't have to worry about it. The only thing is it's a lot harder to use. It doesn't have any stretch to it, and I feel like it doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Now, I still do need to do my research and see if these need support. I feel like they do. I don't know, should I just go with my gut and then, tie them up to some bamboo? Am I just making more work for myself and I'm just being so nitpicky? By the way, it's a really nice day outside. Okay, and another update. Earlier, here, let me go around to the other side. Earlier, I was a little bit freaked out because the okra flowers had fallen off, and I was like, what's going on? They only bloomed for a few hours. It wasn't even an entire day, and they fell off. Like, am I doing something wrong? Am I overwatering? Am I underwatering? What's happening? But no, those are actually the okras growing right there. And I guess the okra flowers only bloom for one day and then they fall off, and then you're left with a little okra nub, and then you have to pick that off within a few days, otherwise it gets too tough. So I'm super happy about that, you guys. We're gonna have our first 2 okras to try. I wish I had more ready to go, but I'm happy. This will be my first time ever trying okra, so I'm very, very excited about that. I'm telling you guys, I come out here constantly. I've also been calling a few nurseries to see if they have any semi-dwarf trees. So here, this is a semi-dwarf bear's lime tree that my husband bought at Costco, and then for that barrel over there, we want to plant a semi-dwarf mandarin tree or some other sort of citrus, something sweet. He really likes mandarin, so we're looking for that. So I was calling a nursery to see if they had any in stock. Unfortunately, they don't. And then also for these trellises over here, as of right now, I have tomatoes planted on this side. I don't know if they'll produce fruit before the first frost, but I mean, it's worth a shot. And over here, I have beans climbing up. I have a pumpkin. It's a sugar pumpkin climbing on the other side, or starting to, at least, if it makes it through to the cooler days. I have a few cucumbers that have sprouted, and then over here I have some cantaloupe, which again, I don't know if it'll have enough time. But my main purpose for these two front trellises is that I eventually want to have climbing roses go over these two front ones, or at least a portion of these two front ones. My mom's favorite roses were red roses, so I want to do it in honor of her. So yeah, I've been calling around to see if they had any in stock, but they don't. So if I'm not able to find any, I'm gonna probably order some from David Austin Roses, but those won't get here until next year. These I have bamboo stakes in because the cat was getting into these as well. And the bamboo sticks have been working pretty good, but I feel like they're a little bit more unsightly. Also, I'm scared that my kids are gonna poke themselves with them, so I'm gonna try to put the chicken wire right here as well. But yeah, guys, that's the update for right now. I still haven't had a chance to get ready because, you know, some days it's just not possible, but I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten done for today. Or for this morning. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is a lot of work, and I wound up hurting my hand handling that chicken wire. Hopefully by the end of the day, these will be taken apart and put away, the wood, and I'll be able to clean things up a little bit more and tidy them up. I keep telling myself, you know what, I'm gonna hold off on making a garden tour until the garden is perfect, but I feel like it's better for me to give you guys a garden tour maybe like every week, or every few weeks. That way you guys can see the progress and the improvement over time versus having it look perfect one day and you feel like, you know, like, I just want it to be more real with you guys. So as of right now, this is what it's looking like. Same day again. Right now I'm working on adding a little bit of support to these beans because I felt like they were falling over, and I want them to climb up the trellis, but because I have a gap from here to here, they're kind of bending over and I don't want them to snap or anything. So basically what I did is I put 2 skewers just to make it a little bit more sturdy, and then I'm taking some garden tape and then I'm just tying them, not too hard because I accidentally tore off one leaf and I felt so bad. Now I'm moving over to the sunflowers, and oh, there's a few, maybe like 2 that I feel are starting to lean over a little bit. This one and then this one as well, you see? So I'm just gonna take some bamboo stakes. I got a pack of 25 4-foot bamboo stakes from Lowe's for about $5. So I'm just gonna give these a little bit of support. So here you go. I just added some bamboo stakes and tied them off. I feel like that's good enough right now. And you know what, I think it's so funny? So part of the watermelon plant over here started trailing through and it's grabbed onto, let's see, it's grabbed onto this, that sunflower, and I feel like it's actually giving it support. I just hope it doesn't tear it down at some point. And then for these, I don't know if these need any help finding the trellis. once they start to get a bit bigger, I'm gonna check and see then. Maybe I'll add a few skewers right here. What do you think, Audrey? Yeah? So these skewers are pretty inexpensive. You can find them anywhere. I got mine at Walmart in the kitchen section. Okay, wait, put it pointy side down, like right here. Pointy side down. That way they can find their way up the trellis.
What happened to this arm?
It's their little tendrils. They're searching for something to grab onto. So we're just helping them, giving them a little push up. Okay. Alright, sorry guys, I forgot to end the video earlier. So it's already dark, but I'll show you guys what I did for the rest of the day. First of all, I cleaned up a little bit. I still have to clean up a bit more. I moved the garden bed covers over here. I just sort of stored the kids' toys there. My husband eventually wants to cover them with a bit of fabric and have the kids play. We just need to sand them down and make them a little bit safer. It was a pretty productive garden day. I trimmed some plants, like my zucchini plants, gave them some support, trellised up some beans, and then added support to the sunflowers as well. Right over here. I could still see a few that I need to maybe keep an eye on for tomorrow, but overall it was a very successful day. And earlier I said, oh, I'm gonna get ready, and I didn't get the chance to get ready like I wanted to, but tomorrow's a new day to complete a few more tasks. Tomorrow I plan on setting up some sunshade. Is that some fabric? Some sun fabric? Some garden shade. Some garden shade cloth that I picked up at Lowe's today. I returned some of the chicken wire and then used that to buy some garden shade cover. And I'm gonna focus on setting that up tomorrow. I'm gonna finish covering up the rest of the beds. Hopefully the cat doesn't get into the beds that I didn't get to complete today. And then tomorrow I want to just clean everything up. So sweep all of the pavers and just get things nice and trimmed up, and then hopefully film a garden tour either tomorrow or the next day. But I hope you guys are enjoying these type of videos. I am obsessed with gardening. That's all I watch on YouTube whenever I'm busy. It just makes me really calm. So I hope you guys are enjoying them as well. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.